Tovela. My name is Maidi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be answering one question that was asked by Spogazi. The question is, can you please touch base on the factors that make us not have clear communication with the divine guides, the barriers, like for instance, what creates the confusion and communication barrier, okay? So I want to talk to you about things that make communication with our ancestors clear. One of the things that sometimes our ancestors, they will direct us to look at things that are causing problems with you and them, okay? One of the things that our ancestors do to show us things that might be a problem for us to be able to communicate with them. Obviously, you'll be communicating with them. But, things that might cause problems for you, they will show you through a car. A car is a metaphor, okay, for your life in general, okay? The state of your life as they're looking at it. So they tend to show you this through a dream while you are driving a car. You are the passenger in that car, or you're navigating it while you're outside, or they're actually driving it for you. The ancestors are driving it for you, or things like that. So let me explain this properly. Right? Sometimes you might be wondering why there's something wrong with you and the communication with your ancestors is not clear, or maybe things are just not aligning properly, with your people. So sometimes in our lives, right, we're going through things and we don't realize, well, we're going through things. We know we're going through things. But then for us to be in that position where our people can talk to us freely, we have to be the drivers of our own cars. Then you might be asking me, you never driven a car, you don't know how to drive a car, or you never had a car, or those kind of things. So how are our ancestors showing us dreams, being in a car? I mean, how do you know? How do you even know the rules of the roads? Look, most of us guys, you've been in cars, right? You've seen drivers, how they're driving. You've been passengers in other people's cars. So even now, if you might not have never ever had a car, but you know what is expected for a driver, right? So you ancestors are relying on you to be in control of your own car, your life. Okay? So they will show you things that are stopping you from being in a position where things can align properly with them. So what do? They show you being a driver. And while you're driving that car, they will show you things that might be stopping you, things from outside, like obstacles from outside. This car is a metaphor, right? Like I've already said that. The obstacles from outside that are stopping you from driving that car and steering it towards the destination where you're supposed to be heading to. Okay? So you need to see if you need to be in that car when you're in control of it. There should not be obstacles outside. So if there are obstacles, that means there are things that are not right in your life in general. Do you understand? And these are outside factors. Things sometimes you have no control of. Like you're driving on the road and there are potholes, or you're driving on the road and there are diversions. You're driving on the road and there are things that you can't do anything about it. Traffic lights, they're just red. You can't move. Do you understand? But all those things are teaching us, they're telling us about our state. They're telling us, when you're driving on that road, when the traffic lights are red, are you going through the road? You're driving through the traffic lights? That means you're not in control of your life properly. You're doing something wrong. When you're driving along that road, the potholes, even though you can see the potholes there, and you're just driving the car nicely so you can go around properly around the potholes. Or is your car speeding so fast you can't even control it? That means something is wrong. You need to sit back and try and evaluate your life. Something is not right. Do you understand? And if you're driving that car, you've got passengers in the car. Who are those passengers? Are you driving with people that you know in the back of your car? Those people, do you know them? And if they're there, are they comfortable in your car? And if they're uncomfortable, are you letting them control the way you're driving? Because you should be the one in control of the car as a driver. Do you understand? So those are the things that we need to look at. And sometimes when you're driving that car, you're really so reckless that your ancestors will take over the steering wheel, because you're just unpredictable on the road. Do you understand? That means your life is currently at the stage where your ancestors, they just need to take over. Sometimes they will just let you see that you'll drive yourself into an accident. Do you understand what I mean? Because that is where you're going. Sometimes you're even driving your car, you don't even know where you're heading to, your destination. That means something is not right with you. Do you understand? So when you're in that car as well, are you driving, stopping by everywhere, picking up people, filling your car, is getting overcrowded with people in the passenger? You don't even know them. That means you're taking too much that you can manage. Other people's baggages. Do you understand what I mean? Or if you are in that car, let's say maybe you're not a driver. It's your car, you're not driving it. Someone is driving your car. You are just there as a passenger. Someone just taking over your own car, leading you towards where they want to go. So that means you're not in control of your life. So you need to look at those things and try and correct those things. Your ancestors will show you things that are going to be a barrier for them. Those factors, car is one of them. They will show you things that are not right with you using a car, that your life is not good at the moment. But if you're driving your car, the car is good, it's got petrol on. You know where you're going. Keep on passing the signs you see, they say, you're doing well, you're going to the right place. Wow, look at you. You even have your arm outside the window. Driving that car, maneuvering it properly. It shows that you know what you're doing. But not with the outside, because still is not. But anyway, your ancestors will show you your state through a car. So you need to look at those things. Those are very important. And I'm not saying our ancestors use the car for everything, but this is what my ancestors do. So a car symbolizes your state of your current state, your life, in general. Are you going through life? The journey, is it good? There are no obstacles outside. That means, my daughter, things are going right with you. You know what I mean? If they are in there, you're driving the car and you're holding the steering wheel, someone keeps on, it's like you can feel like there's some extra force there, just making sure that car is navigating properly, is going the right way. Otherwise, if that person is not, that invisible person is not taking over that steering wheel, that car is just gonna be falling, causing accident and causing everyone out there, to be harming everyone outside, because your ancestors are showing you that, look, we've been trying with you, we are even controlling this car that you're driving, because otherwise you cause accidents all over the place. Do you understand? That is your ancestors talking to you. And if you're working, if you already started working as a healer, they will show you if you're sitting as a passenger, and you're sitting there as a passenger because you're taking the back seat, you're helping those people, the person driving the car, drive the car safely. You will know, because you know, even in the person who's driving the car, in real life, you're trying to help them. So your ancestors will show you being in that car with that person driving, you helping them, help guiding them into driving safely, because that is part of your work. Or sometimes they will show you being outside, trying to direct the steering wheel towards where it's supposed to be going, because you're helping that person who's overwhelmed in their own car to drive it. That is how they work. That is ancestors and car. So you're helping someone outside, or maybe they just want you to help that person. They will show you doing that. So what they're saying is that please help this person who their life is just overwhelming for them. You need to help them drive the car safely, redirect it towards where it's supposed to be heading. You understand? And you need to look at the road signs as well outside, because the road signs will tell you as well if you're being foolish in that car, or if you're going to somewhere where you don't even know where you're going. That means your life is currently on, you're just going somewhere you don't know. And we're supposed to know where we're going anyway. And sometimes your ancestors will show you, they will redirect you. You'll be going south, and the ancestors will redirect you to north. You keep on going, trying to turn left, and the ancestors say, turn right. You understand? Because they're showing you that, look, your life going that way is just not going to help you. You have to go that way. So that's how they work with us. So those are things that can cause problems. So imagine now the ancestors are giving you this gift that they want you to help people. And you can't even drive your own car. How are you going to help other people navigate their cars? So those are the things, guys, they'll show you. They'll use a car to show you where you stand. Okay? That's one of the things that they'll use. Not all ancestors, not all our guides, like for those who are using the guides. Not all of, they'll use those things. So that is what it is all about. The car. And as well, you need to find out that after, when the car stops, whether you have an accident or not, let's hope you don't, how do you feel during that, when that car is speeding? Are you worried? Are you scared? Or you just don't care, you're laughing while the car is just running, just going so fast? You keep on swerving around the cars and you're excited about that nonsense. You need to be careful. Okay? You need to be careful. So you need to look at your feelings. Are you anxious? Are you happy that you reached your destination, even though it was slow to get there? But are you happy that you reached your destination? Those feelings are very important, because they'll show you that, if your life is going at that speed, it is overwhelming you. If your life is going at that speed, you're happy because you're those people who love the thrills of going at, fast in their lives, Or are you unhappy that that car was just going so fast, going around other cars, and you don't even know how you got to that destination because you were scared, you were just shocked, holding your steering wheel like this, you don't even know what was happening because your ancestors, they just ended up taking over. You just end up being like that. But you're just excited that you got to the place. Look at your feelings and mind them, because they're very important. They're telling us something. Okay? That is just that. That is all it is. So remember, guys, dreams about cars, you should be in control of it. You should be driving it. If it is your car, you should drive it. You shouldn't let people that you don't know drive your car. Come on. You can't be the passenger that it's not Uber, is it? Uber drivers. We need to be driving those cars. We need to be in control of our cars. All right? That's what it is all about. How would say?